Alright, this is Steve with Apex Home Inspections, and today is Thursday, November 17th, 2016. And we are at 8847 Southwest Ravine Drive in Beaverton. And we're here today to do an inspection of the sewer line, and as you can see, we're out in front of the home. This is our main entry right here, our front porch. Just off to the left of that is our clean out, kind of hidden in this bush here. It's a 3-inch plastic black ABS line. Let's go ahead and drop our camera on in there and see if we can't get that pointed in the right direction. There we are. Alright, we're going to zero off our counter in the upper right hand corner of our screen. That way we'll know how far we've gone. And we'll go ahead and begin our push all the way out to the city main, which is presumably in the street. A couple of quick notes about today's sewer scope. This home was built in 1996, and we are in a neighborhood of homes that were built around the same era. So I do expect to see modern material, which is similar to this plastic, all the way out to, and more than likely including in the street. Currently, we're inside of a 3-inch black plastic ABS line. And now normally I do like to have a little bit of water running during our inspection, but the home is vacant at the moment. And we're out here doing this before having access to the interior of the home. So what I typically do in these cases is I'll dump about a gallon of water into the line prior to starting the inspection, and then dump more into the line during the inspection if needed. And generally speaking, it's only needed if you find any standing water, and so far we're not seeing any of that. The reason we've stopped here at 43 feet is because we have transitioned to a different color material. This green material is known as 3034 PVC. And this pipe is slightly larger than the one we just came out of, making it more than likely a 4-inch diameter pipe. Now, as I was saying, the reason I like to run water is so that we can see basically the water line, or the well, let me back up. The reason we want to run water isn't necessarily to see the water line. What the water line indicates is the slope of the pipe. Now, because this camera is just on the end of a cable, we're not able to see the slope of this pipe. But because we typically will run some water, we can see the slope of the pipe. Now, in a case like this, where we're not running water, we can actually see the water line, which at the moment is about at the top and bottom right-hand corners of the screen. That's our floor of the pipe. It's on the right-hand side of the screen. And pretty much all the way from the start of this inspection to where we are right now, we can see that that water line is on the lower portion of the sewer line. And that's good. That's exactly what we want to see. If we had seen any kind of standing water whatsoever, that would have been something we had called out. But we didn't. After pouring about a gallon of water into this, just prior to starting the inspection, it is all drained, which tells me that this line is sloped properly. Here at 67 feet, we are looking into the city main, presumably in the street. We can see water running from, I guess that's from the top of the screen to the bottom. Once again, this camera does not self-write, so therefore the floor of the pipe is at the right of the screen right now. Because we've reached the main, that concludes our visual portion of this inspection. The good news is I didn't see anything at all that concerns me along our trip to the main, so I'm going to go ahead and close out the video now. Not going to recommend any further action, as it would appear this sewer line is functioning very well. Thank you.